And finally on the program is agriculture. This time, the Lagos State government has rebranded the Ministry of Agriculture to Ministry of Agriculture and Food Systems to accommodate 3 additional departments that will help ensure food sufficiency in the state. This was announced by the State Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Systems, Abisola Olusanya, during a press conference at Alausa in Ikeja.
In the last 6 months, the prices of foodstuffs has constantly increased, making it difficult for some citizens to eat well or stock up their own. Addressing the issue of food crisis has prompted the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to introduce the Mushin Food Hub, a subsidized food market where farmers bring in their produce for sale, alongside the distribution of food palliative to help reduce the economic hardship on the people.
We have this set of palliatives for you. 10 bags of rice, 10 bags of beans, and 20 bags of gari.
As part of efforts to reduce food prices and build a proper reserve management system, the state government has gone a step further to rebrand the Ministry of Agriculture to Ministry of Agriculture and Food Systems, with an addition of 3 new departments.
We would be having the addition of 3 departments. The Department of Livestock Services would also be having the Agricultural Engineering Department, as well as the Agricultural Produce Safety and Quality Control Department. The reasons for these departments are also not far-fetched. Livestock Services, because we are in the process of having a feedlot, and not just a feedlot, we know Lagos as the hub for food, and not just the hub for food production, marketing, but also the fact that when it comes to cattle, when it comes to sheep and goats, Lagos still remains the epicenter of where these particular livestock are sold and processed and consumed. So for that reason, we felt it's essential to have a livestock services department. We still have the veterinary services department, which is more around animal health, and then you have the livestock services department. For the engineering department, we procured tractors, we procured other implements as far back as 2021, if you recollect, during our enterprise activation program. We have been utilizing it, but we would be having more, and because of the partnership also with sister states, there will be a lot more investment around mechanization to aid more in terms of crop production, and for that reason we felt it was essential. For the Produce Safety and Quality Control Department, since we are harping on our stance of Lagos being the food epicenter for Nigeria, when you consider the commercial activities that happen, it is in Lagos, and the foods consumed in Lagos, it behoves that in terms of us reorganizing our market, it's essential. And for that reason, we felt that having a full-fledged department to cater to produce, the safety and the quality of it is essential. When we launched our 5-year roadmap in 2021, we had also said certain things. We made mention of projects and programs and activities that as a ministry we would be doing. So in essence, it is also just to bring you up to speed on some of the things that we have done and what we will be doing going forward. In terms of what we do, everything around food for Lagos, it is centered on 4 pillars. One is the domestic self-sufficiency. The second would be up-country partnerships. The third would be food storage processing and logistics capacity development. And the fourth would be the modern food markets. With regards to what we are doing around domestic self-sufficiency, because I believe that this is where a lot of people would harp on, what are we doing, considering what is happening in the economy? The administration of Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu has done quite a number of things. We believe that there's still so much more to be done. We have only just touched a tip of the iceberg, which is why we are also collectively asking that Lagosians, we all get into some kind of urban farming. Grow something in your home that you can eat. It helps to lessen the burden as a society.
Farmers in different value chains will also be getting support from the government to increase food production and control pricing in Lagos State.
We are harmonizing our database in such a way that in terms of providing support, it is done with efficiency. And for that reason, we have farmers cutting across poultry, fisheries, piggery, vegetables, rice. Not that we don't have other items, but these are the areas where we feel we have the competitive advantage. Poultry, for instance, we have 4,675 registered farmers with us. Fisheries, we have over 5,000. This is not the artisanal fishermen, but just those practicing aquaculture. For piggery, that has reduced. We used to have well over 3,000 pig farmers in Lagos, which when you consider Okearo and Berigbe. But that number has dwindled as a result of the bad hit of ASF, which occurred as far back as 2021 and subsequently. We have 1,810. For vegetable farmers, we have well over 25 to 30,000 of them. And for rice, we have roughly about 800 and growing. Going forward, in the support to these clusters, we would want to understand the impact of the support they are requesting for, how it would help to increase the food production, and also we as a state negotiating with the volume of some of the food items they will be producing, how it can enter into markets specified by us such that pricing can be controlled.
With over 300 vendors utilizing the Mushin Food Hub, the state government says the farmers are allowed to sell their produce at the hub without paying any amount, just to support their business. In addition, the commissioner also gives an update on the food palliative distribution across all local governments and local council development areas.
And then the fourth pillar, which is the build of modern market infrastructure, the Mushin Food Hub is just one of many that we should have in the state. And I believe that the impact of that also is being felt even till now. Since the launch or the commissioning of this food hub in December of 2023, and with operations go live properly in the first week of February, from then till now, we've had 40 market days. And when I say 40 market days, we started off with only Saturdays as the market days. And subsequently, in the month of March, we added Wednesdays. So when you add that up, we have done 40 market days. Now, in these 40 market days, we have registered 339 vendors working with us. And with these 339 vendors with multiple food items coming into the hub, we have recorded food transactions of almost 1 billion naira, precisely 918 million naira worth of food transactions have happened in this hub with these 339 vendors. And when you talk about the scope and sizing of food items that have been sold, you consider that over 180,000 kilos of rice have been sold in this facility, over 26,000 kilos of gari have been sold, over 18,313 kilos of poultry meat have been sold, over 55,000 crates of eggs have been sold in this one facility. We have distributed food items already, almost 500,000, 285,000 went to the local governments through the CDCs, 5,000 families per local government. We also had the Onjeko food boxes, 100,000 of that, 95,000 plus of that has been distributed already through several agencies, through different bodies. And then you also had the food bags, which went through different bodies as well, when you consider traditional religious groups, the Christian and Muslim bodies and what have you, and also security agencies. So almost 500,000 families are being catered to, and we also try to make sure that with regards to the monitoring of that, there was a committee made up of independent people from the church community, the mosque, the Islamic community, the Nigerian Labour Union, TUC, and what have you. They all came together as part of the monitoring committee to ensure that these items went to the CDCs of each local government and that the distribution was done as fairly as possible.
With the rebranding of the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Systems, officials of the ministry appear to have more responsibility to revolutionize agriculture marketing that will help Lagos farmers enlarge their business.